DIY.
DIYers, here we go again. In a week that you would hope that Drake finally learned the benefits of sitting down somewhere, sipping on ayahuasca shakes and such, you would think that this kind of activity would not be circulating around him. What activity am I talking about? Top 5, an affiliate of Drake's. Some of you may even consider him, I don't know how I'm gonna get around this word, his one of his goons, quotation mark, one of his goons, who recently beat first-degree murder charges, is out here making threats to not only Kendrick Lamar, but anybody that was in that Not Like Us video. Now, in any occasion, that would be problematic just because it's problematic. But to do this after what you're about to watch here, about the case that he got dismissed, it just becomes a little bit more questionable. He's not the only one, though. Drake, playfully or not, decided that he wanted to get into this threat game and send one out to a streamer who just so happened to be a fan of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. But let's talk about top 5 first. Smoking on top 5. I'm just playing them. It was in my head. It was in my head. Watch this video here from CTV, which I believe is a Canada news outlet, as they talk about the case as well as how he got off.
Well, high-profile Toronto murder trial is over before it even began. The rapper called Top 5, whose real name is Hassan Ali, was charged in the shooting death of a student. But in court today, the judge tossed out social media evidence, essentially staying the case. CTV's John Woodward has been following the story. And John, tell us more about the significance of today's ruling.
Sandy, prosecutors conceded there was no chance of convicting Hassan Ali after a judge ruled his rap videos and lyrics were inadmissible.
Innocent man just came home, right?
That's Hassan Ali, known as rapper Top 5, leaving court a free man.
I don't mean to stop it so early, but can we just pay attention to the joy in his eyes? Can you imagine being on trial, first-degree murder for a shooting that happened, I believe, in 2021? And I'm sure he was met with a lot of people that made predictions about him never seeing the light of day again if they weren't able to get this dismissed. See the joy? You see that joy right now, right? This to me, you see the real rapper, the real human beings behind all of this when they at the courthouse, right next to his lawyer. Look at as he showers them with love and all of this. Then I want you to contrast that with the next video I'm gonna share with you.
That's Hassan Ali, known as rapper Top 5, leaving court a free man for the first time in more than 3 years.
Hope they find whoever did that. I'm an innocent man, you know what I mean?
Ali was wanted in 2021 for the shooting of 20-year-old college student Hashim Omar Hashi, gunned down in what appeared to be...
Hashim, please remember that name. I think that during situations like this, because you're dealing with folks that have popular names like Hashim get really drowned out by the news cycles. Hashim, this is very important. We're going to revisit this in a second, why that's important, beyond just his life being taken away.
A case of mistaken identity. Ali accused of being a member of the Go Get 'Em gang, the third man in this vehicle. The alleged motive, revenge for the killing of Ali's brother, Saeed Ali, known as Foolish, in 2017. But Ali didn't surrender. He went underground, taunting police and proclaiming his innocence on social media live streams.
Like, I ain't do shit. Everybody know I ain't do shit, but save that for God.
After he was arrested in Los Angeles, he filmed part of a rap video behind bars. Among the evidence, authorities were expecting to use a rap lyric.
I was 18 when I bought a gun, 22 when I shot your son.
When I was younger, listening to the rap that I love and I listened to, and I know some of it was kind of reckless, I was listening as a younger ear, and there's a lot of things that I don't think that I necessarily gave too much thought to because I was young, and I'm not using it as an excuse, but I was young, and I was like, it's just lyrics. When you know that you're in the midst of a possible first-degree murder trial that could take you away for life, I'm sure the attorneys or the lawyers say, hey, you can't do shit like that, bro. You gotta chill. Beyond the necessity to chill, the reckless nature of getting out here and making a lyric like that about shooting your son at 21, I just think that it's like, it's so close that you can't ignore. Now, obviously, they dismissed that in court, but this is where I start to feel like a lot of these rappers, I'm not going to say top five because I don't know top five, but a lot of these rappers do that to play to their audience. They teeter the fence, right? They teeter the fence between, y'all think I did it? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. And I just don't like that. And I feel like that's part of the thing that's going underneath the change right now, because I'm sure even the kids see through this. It's kind of weird.
That rap lyric ruled inadmissible, along with other videos, leading the Crown to stay the charges. Ali, sitting in court, couldn't believe it, saying, "I get to go," and then, "Is this a joke?" as his family started crying.
I think the evidence...
He was surprised. He said, "Is this a joke? I get to go?" Sometimes I wonder how reckless that can make a man if he feel like he got away with something he didn't think he was going to get away with. I'm just basing that allegedly on what his response was to being found not guilty and having the case dismissed, I should say.
against Hassan was entirely circumstantial.
Ali claimed the Go Get 'Em gang is just a record label and denied those lyrics had anything to do with Hashi's murder.
It's important for all drillers to portray themselves as the biggest, baddest gangsters on the planet. That's what sells. That's what all drillers are doing.
Why does it sell? And why aren't those people sitting inside the courthouse?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You know who I'm talking about. Them label execs. A lot of them that's resigning right now. Why aren't they sitting there on trial? Why is this such a norm that a lawyer can sit there in front of a courthouse and say, it's just part of the business. If they want to sell more records, man, they got to really look like they're authentically ready to drill some shit. A lawyer casually in a crazy ass fit is telling you, oh, that's just the norm, man.
But the truth of the matter is
You freed me! You freed me!
Look at that joy.
Yo, I'm home!
As Top 5 beat a rap, he says he's going back to making music.
I
The charges are stayed, which means prosecutors can reactivate them within a year, though that hardly ever happens.
Well, he said right here, prosecutors can reactivate. What did he say? Was it the charges or reactivate the case?
Means prosecutors can reactivate them within a year, though that hardly ever happens.
Reactivate what?
Top
One more
5
time.
beat a rap.
He really looked like he got away with something. The fact that he said it in court, he said, "Are you effing kidding me? Is this a joke?"
Says he's going back to making music.
The charges are stayed, which means prosecutors can reactivate them with.
So, reactivate the charges. I think it's really interesting when you see that joy that you see in him here, right? Where he's hugging on his lawyer. He got off. He running around, can't believe it. Contrast that here with this academic stream that dropped a few days ago. I thought this was really, really interesting. Let me go ahead and re-section this. It's unfortunate. It is really unfortunate because even though this may be part of the job description of a quote-unquote drill rapper, it's still reckless as all hell, especially when the family of Hashim is still mourning the loss, right? With that said, the person that reposted this was the Truther Outlook on Twitter. And he says, Academics has Toronto Goon, the guy you just saw right now, known as Top 5 on stream right now, threatening Kendrick Lamar's life. You just got off a first degree, now you threatening? What kind of threats are we talking about? Let's hear.
Move! Let me tell you something. Kendrick Lamar can't come to Toronto. I'm here.
So Academics is sitting on here with Aiden Ross, is another popular streamer, and he just said right now that Kendrick Lamar can't come back to Toronto. Interesting.
No. Yo, we gotta politic this shit real quick. Yo, ever since Fab been locked up, obviously, shout out to YG.
Turn this nigga down. Golly, Academics.
Shout out to Boondog. Shout out to Presser. You see me? Yo, check this out. Yo.
Now, Academics, a self-proclaimed best journalist that any of us have ever seen, is obviously not seeing how dangerous of a situation this can be to the very guy he's trying to help promote. Forget the views, forget all that stuff for a second. If this is your boy, do you want your boy crashing out on a live stream that you have the ability to be like, I mute his mic, he doing too much. Instead, you're pushing that narrative even stronger. That's kind of insane to me. Continue.
Where's Presser? We need to have Presser. I'd press a beer for right now.
Yo, here's the reality. All of this Kendrick Lamar, all this bullshit, we needed to hear from the real Achilles. Yo, we needed to hear from the GGs what's going on.
We're going to slap Kendrick if we see him.
Oh,
From the real killers, huh? What are we doing here? What do we do y'all start to see why this party has to die? Do you see why this party has to die?
I'm gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Do you understand why this cannot be a part of a culture that you want to live on beyond this, even just this generation? I heard somebody say it. I'm sorry, I can't give you the exact quote from who, but he said all these rappers always killing everybody. Who gonna be left about in music? That's a good point.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
And I'm not making light of that. I'm just making it apparent how ridiculous this shit is. Like, I get the entertainment value that this presents to someone out there, not me. But it's like, what are we doing here?
You know why I never jumped
that little boy that will slap.
You know why I never jumped the first day out? You know why I never jumped the first day out?
Yeah.
I went to my cousin, man, and I prepared them little things for Kendrick, man. I prepared the little things, everything for my boy Kendrick. I want to greet him. So
yo,
bad,
could Kendrick come to the 6? Kendrick say about to book a show. He say about to shut the place down still.
You sure?
Probably going to be with all the police.
No, even he's with the police. He's done. He's done. He ain't coming. He ain't fucking coming.
It's over.
So keep in mind, this is still the same gentleman, and I'm only reporting stuff that is out there already. This is the same gentleman that was taunting the police as he was on a run. He was taunting them and you know, telling them, you know, you have to leave that in God's hands. I ain't do nothing. But he's taunting them and he's on the run. This feels like a bit of a taunt too, saying that, hey, Kendrick gonna probably be out there with police. I'm just like, if the police feel like, because, you know, inner bias still exists no matter what profession you have. If they want to get to you, you just keep giving them more reasons to follow your actions. I don't know what the logic in this is. I guess it's the entertainment, it's the clicks and all of this, but you just literally are putting a target on your back. I'm not even talking street politics. I'm just talking about the very people that you just evaded.
It's a no-fly zone, man.
Yo, Metro Boomin, man, I see what you're trying to do with my boy, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. It ain't, hold on, Ak. It ain't safe, Metro. It ain't fucking safe.
Well, it's a threat to Metro Boomin, too. Crazy.
Boys,
my folks is good.
I don't think Future's really going to shoot for him.
Yo,
I trust Drake.
Hey, yo.
Metro, trust him.
Yo, Metro said that it's not that deep. He said it's not that serious. He said
Let me tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you what happened. Drake fucked all their bitches.
What?
Yeah, he fucked all their bitches.
You lying.
Nah, bragging on another man's Johnson is crazy. I love my brothers, man. I love my homies. You ain't never gonna catch me on a live stream like the Magic and his Johnson. Showtime. Like, what are we doing? This is a weird arrangement of situations. What are we doing? Cause you know why? Cause he made love to all they ladies. He took down all of them. I seen it. I was watching it. Why is that that's a weird flex. This your man's exactly, this your man's. This your boy. This is wild.
It be like that.
Yo, I heard Metro Girl a little bit loose. Metro Girl a little bit loose. She easy.
And there goes that honest and respectful journalism from academics reporting the looseness of Metro's girl. That is, I'm not gonna let that go. The same way my boy Justin ain't gonna let go them 37 niggas that What's the Dirt counted. I'm not finna let this one go. He said he's the greatest journalism of this era that we've ever seen. That's some wild journalism. It's not done. Oh, yeah. No, this continues on. This continues on. Truth or Outlook got all of this. What happened in this one?
Listen, man. I just want two people right now, man. I'm not, it's not a threat. I'm just looking for Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar. I'm doing my homework right now. I'm doing my task on them right now.
Shouldn't you be enjoying your freedom?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You ain't got a Costco card to go recharge? Huh? You ain't got no light bill to go pay? You ain't got a car to go get washed? You ain't got family you want to go see? What you doing on live stream? Talking about I'm doing homework. That ain't the homework you should be doing, brother. That's not weird to you?
Nothing incriminating. I'm just looking for them.
You already did. You already said the incriminating shit. Ain't nothing left to do. The prosecutors are sitting there like, we got him. What are we doing?
If you ran into Metro Boomin or Kendrick, what would that conversation?
Metro Boomin 101.
Dangerous question, academics. Dangerous question. You know what's so messed up about this? Let it be a Caucasian YouTuber that asks this question. It'll be blood in the streets of the YouTube streets, right? The YouTube streets. It would be reaction video after reaction video about how vulture this is. But this is where I came under the understanding that vultures don't just come into the fold as one race or one color. Vultures exist in all kind of colors. To me, this is vulture. This is vulture behavior when it comes to a culture that you're covering, people that you're covering that ACK on many occasions has shouted about being bigger than. Why are you asking the question? Why are you setting your mans up? If I was him, I'd be like, take any gangster or gang member out here from California. They're gonna flip that whole shit on ACK. The fuck you asking me that question for? Ain't even gotta be said. Nothing. I ain't doing nothing. Right? That's that Vlad TV energy that some people have when they go on there and don't decide not to tell on themselves. What are we? You're asking for this. Crazy journalism, bro.
I don't want no weapons, nothing. I'm knocking the fuck.
We're putting a bag on that fight still. Five is sleeping in first round.
You passed the border. You passed the border, man. Chubb's calling me. You passed the border, man. You passed the border, man. Police officers. At least with a change.
So you don't think he could go there, do his little push-ups, eat his...
I feel stupider watching this right now. The hell is going on here? Y'all be watching this shit for hours. 7,000 of y'all watch. So it's likely that some of y'all that's watching right now wasn't there watching. Y'all watch this shit. Y'all watch this shit.
Fried rice, and you know what I mean, rap not like us at New Ho King.
Wow.
That's the last place he's ever going to be.
He just said that's the last place that Kendrick will ever be, is New Ho King. And this is an imaginary scenario that ACK invited. So it's almost like, we know what it is, it's almost like he wants these type of incriminating moments to happen on his platform. Why? Because they go viral. Here I am covering it as another YouTuber in this space. Others will cover it. But it's like, to me, this feels like, I have this theory. Okay, that's pretty much the end of the video. I have this theory. Vlad TV started a certain format. The No Jumpers of the world followed this format. And they exaggerated and leaned in on the controversy. Even when the controversy becomes a little bit mildly racist, they lean in on it. And I feel like there's so many channels that saw the benefit in viewership, ad revenue, sponsorships, and tried to push that as much as they could until it got too dangerous and they put their hands up and said, I don't know what happened. And I feel like this is another exaggeration of it. It's almost like a shock rapper who always has to outdo the last project, which is why I think someone like a Tyler, the Creator, makes such a drastic pivot, because you can't keep that up. The last act in that is death.
You're crazy. You're testing my gangster. You see what happened to DJ Drama. Yo, Aiden Ross, you know what happened to DJ Drama. My G chain. He took his fucking chain. And he fucking hospitalized his ass. Fuck DJ Drama.
Hold on. You gotta tell him the story, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Aiden knows what's going on.
He just said, you know what happened to DJ Drama when he got his chain stolen. Why do you know so much about that? And academics said, no, wait. That wasn't incriminating enough. Tell more of the story. Brain cells, don't leave me yet.
Later, us. I'm in jail.
DJ Drama had to check in the next time he came back.
He checked in with him.
Linked him with 35.
He paid him. He paid him like a good 60,000. He's cheap. He better go to 100K. You know what I mean?
Wowzers. All right, well, thank God I'm not one of these lawyers, right? But they got enough information here to reactivate it if they wanted to. I don't know nothing about that. It ain't none of my business. But I'm just continuing to go down this pathway. During this stream, shout out to Ryan Nice. Ryan Nice is he if anybody don't like Drake, it's Ryan Nice here on Twitter. Ryan Nice was actually able to capture some of these moments that might have been overlooked because they happened so quickly in the stream. During the stream, Top 5 shared a DM from Drake. Because, you know, I have to wonder, with all these people that are speaking for Drake, except for Drake, how much of this is he okay with, right? Because some of this stuff is most of this stuff is not helping any case that he thinks he's building, right? People already forgot about the 100 gigs. They forget about 100 gigs. That's crazy. But in this screen capture, here you see a DM thread between Top 5 and between Aubrey. The messages are a little bit hard to make out. I'm going to do the best I can. It says, I'm in a meeting at some spot, no service. I'm hearing you're tearing down the internet. Bunch of laughing emojis. Upped, UPT. In the cut. Katie in the cut, 35. Bossman Bunsaw. What these niggas be talking about? We bun skin. Welcome home, brother. Real shit. What is bun skin? Well, Ryan Nice provides that context for us. It's Canadian lingo, which is really just Jamaican patois. Here he's admitting to being involved with getting people shot with we bun skin.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Funnily is crazy. Funny enough, these guys were dissing and smoking on a deceased Toronto rapper, Smoke Dogg, who Drake had brought out on tour and paid tribute to after he passed. This is exactly what Kendrick was talking about when it comes to the guys jumpstarting neighborhood wars. I'm not exactly sure of the source. It looks a little bit like Reddit, but that's apparently what we bun skin. Do your own research. It would not surprise me because everything that was already done here has already been so absolutely reckless. Let's get back to Drake, though, because I really got questions about how much of this he's really entertaining. That's already a reckless thread there. Here's where, shout out to Chillin' with Moni. Shout out to Chillin' with Moni. Always with the truth. Shout out to Chillin' with Moni. I'm going to go ahead and share this link here in the chat right now so y'all can go subscribe to her channel. She went even further down this rabbit hole. And she found that Drake not only is okaying these top 5 threats and encouraging it, he's threatening streamers his damn self. Moni, take it away.
Hey cousins, welcome back to the channel. My name is Moni. If you are new here, today I wanted to come to you guys with a quick little video that I saw currently going viral on Twitter regarding Drake, Aiden Ross, and another streamer that I've never heard about, but he began going viral when Aiden Ross and him was in a club and Not Like Us was playing. Aiden Ross.
Moni in the building right now. She said, I hate hearing my own voice. You know what's crazy? After thousands of videos, I do too. I'll be like, shut up, Curtis. Why you so damn loud? I get it, sis. I get it.
One of Drake's best eaters was feeling some type of way, saying Not Like Us is not a good song. It's corny. It's ass. Meanwhile, his friend, who's also a streamer, he's like, man, I don't care what you're saying. I'm not a Drake eater. I like Not Like Us, so I'm going to sing along to the song. I'm in the club. I'm having a good time. We're not on no weirdo shit like you are because you have an allegiance to Drake. We're enjoying this song, so we're going to turn up to the song. So that goes viral, right? Let's go to the clip.
This shit ass.
The biggest rap songs of the year, consistently in the top 10 for the last 25 weeks. I don't know the exact number, but here we have Aiden Ross, Weirdo, trying to play tough, appeal to his.
It's the casual shade for me, Moni. That's what I love. It's the casual shade because you don't break no energy. Just a casual weirdo out here that I love it. I love it.
I'm pretty sure when he's not on the stream, he's enjoying Not Like Us, but you know, gotta put up a front. So his friend is like, again, F that. We're enjoying Not Like Us. We're having a good time.
We're gonna pull up on Cheezer because he basically like was.
So the streamer in question, not to explain what Moni's already explaining, is named Cheezer. Important they still get there. We're gonna get there.
Not Like Us and shit, you know. We're gonna.
Oh yeah, fuck.
So here we have Aiden Ross on live stream, another weirdo here in the background, trying to play tough for the camera, looking for attention. And then we have Drake, as you can see at the bottom, a part of the live stream where Drake is saying, tell Cheezer, that was the young man, the streamer, in the video enjoying himself to Not Like Us, tell Cheezer to come visit us so he can meet the dogs, LOL. And guess what, buddy, right here in the black outfit, says.
Cheese or Drake on God, I'm standing with OVO, man.
Let me know, Drake, what you want us to do on Cheese or Drake?
Drake, give me a band, I killed it, I stand on his body.
Why would you say that?
Whoa. Drake. What? It got to be nobody consulting him right now. He must have fired everybody after this whole Not Like Us situation. It's nobody instructing him. He's instructing himself right now. It is the writers of Degrassi who are instructing him on how to make this a more dramatic situation. Drake, the house, the field out, this proverbial house, you inside the house outside is burning. There's a lot of things burning right now. Your reputation, everything is burning outside. And you sitting there like this. Get him, Aiden. What's the plan here, brother? What's the plan here?
Even if you're joking, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Like, you're gonna do what? Because he enjoyed Not Like Us in the club, and you're trying to impress Drake.
Good question. What does Drake have to do with some random saying wild-ish? Drake's not telling him any better. He's not setting a better example. These are folks like Aiden Ross who think that they're doing what the guy they look up to would do if put in their position. They're doing everything they can to impress a man-child. The problem is the type of example he's setting. He, right now, is sitting up here in public laughing. Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't in public. He's laughing, but he knows these things can go public, especially if you're DMing somebody who's on stream right now. He's setting the kind of example that creates future crash dummies, that at least makes them sympathize with the idea of crashing, in my opinion. I don't think that's an exaggeration at all. My thing is this. He is not in control of another person's actions, but he is in a place of leadership to tell him, nah, cut that out, little bro. That shit, don't let this internet shit get to you. Like, that shit, yeah, you was funny, but don't do that. My thing is, everybody he set an example from, everybody he sets an example for, including Lil Yachty, have all crashed out this year in their own respective ways. Isn't that weird?
So bad you're willing to unalive someone, joking or not. Very weird.
I didn't shoot him in the head. Oh God, Drake. Oh God, I'm OVO. Look, I got the merch on right now. Fast.
Elite glazing. Elite glazing.
You better kill him,
Drake. Look, daddy. Look at me. Look at me. I'll unalive someone for you. Goofy, groupie.
Yes. And well, you know, look at the skateboard right here. Look.
Elite glazing is crazy.
Wait, so if I give you $5K, you'll kill him?
Why is that a conversation? Especially about someone who apparently, Aiden, is your friend. Why is that a conversation?
And all Drake got to say is, hey, chill, bro. Chill. They watching. And I think the dude would have been like, oh, okay, my bad. Just I need you to know that I go in for you. Hey, yo. But he was too into the moment. This is what kids do. She's talking about a 37-year-old man. This is a little bit different when you think of it from that context. You got to stop getting hypnotized by the songs. I know the nigga braids is clean. You know what I'm saying? I know he look real rich in front of you. That don't stop that from being a man-child. Huh? What are we doing?
Like, am I the only one who doesn't find that weird? That you're talking about unaliving your friend because he was in a club dancing to Not Like Us?
Wow.
Again, even if it's a joke, weird joke, very, very weird joke.
Very.
I stand on his body with 2 blocks, just like Matt Payne, and blow his fucking brains out.
Weird. Why? And of course, it's the young black man who's doing it. You don't see Aiden Ross saying that. You don't see the other gentleman. I don't know what he is, but you don't see him saying that. But of course, the black guy in the video is.
I don't mean to cut you off, Moni, but can I echo this? Aspiring black streamers, stop letting other streamers from other races use your black skin as validation for them. Stop letting other folks with very colonizing ways use you for validation. Use you, because truth be told, if this situation gets raided, they're coming after your black ass first. Aiden is going to get the benefit of the doubt. He's more known. It's his home. They're coming after you first. I know it's hard to see because your shit, everything's popping, everything's good. No, they're coming for you first. That's just how it is out here. I hate to see it like this.
the one he's asking, oh, if I give you something, will you unalive him? Very weird.
That's what Cheezer said. Good pets.
Just fanning the
Oh, yeah, I
flames.
got it right now.
Wow.
We can get that.
And then here we have Drake again, telling Cheezer to drop his addy.
Drake, don't worry. Drake, all I want is an OVO chain. It could literally be moist tonight. Just throw one on my neck, okay? I'll kill that nigga for you.
No, he didn't tell bro to chill. He said, send me the addy. Insane.
All for a chain. All for a chain?
God, double blocks, man, pain. And I'll kill Kalen with him. I don't give a fuck.
Yo!
I'll kill the whole family.
What about Teddy?
And a dog. I'll
Crazy,
kill the whole
man.
family.
Crazy.
Why? Again, why? I don't get it. I don't understand. And guys, please excuse the noise in the background. But I don't get it. This is not funny.
It's not.
And then you have Drake, one of the biggest artists in the world. You're chilling in Aiden Ross's live streams. You don't have anything better to do, Drake?
Like rebuild a career?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna
A
tell
little dramatic. I'm sorry for the OVOers in here. Rebuild your reputation? They played Not Like Us at the Kids' Choice Awards. Limp Bizkit got booed because they mentioned your name. Limp Bizkit. The presidential nominees have both played some kind of version of Not Like Us. So they don't even know if they like us or not like us. They all on the opposite side saying that nobody like us. Sports playoffs are still playing the instrumental to Not Like Us. Chilling on a live stream, and I guess this could be seen as strategic as well, but chilling on one of the most popular live streaming platforms right now just seems like you don't got a plan. It seems like we're now in the next phase. I guess round 2 is just threats, huh?
Like, didn't a girl just leak your text messages?
I didn't even see all that.
You have better things to do, Drake. Better things to do.
John Wick shit, nigga. Oh, God.
Oh my God, I can't take him. And then here's Cheezer. He's still listening to the song. He does not care. But I guess he later found out what the young man was saying in the stream, and also Drake asking him for his address in the stream.
Like, you're like, this is corny, bro. Corny, bro. Cheezer.
Drake GG's cheese, man. Isn't GG's like good game?
All right, so chat, hold on.
I'm not going to Canada now. I'm not even kidding. I'm not going. I'm gonna send you a fucking birthday note, and that's it. I'm not going there. Fuck no. It takes one retard. I got a mom that loves me. I got a dad that loves me. Wow. I'm not going there and getting stabbed in the neck.
And look, the young man is worried.
Sheesh.
Because Aiden Ross and his stupid friend in the background want to joke about unaliving him.
More context. And I really, I say this because for folks that know they're civilians and they don't try to teeter the fence, I don't know Cheezer like that, but Cheezer seems to be making it very, very clear. I am a civilian. I have no plans on going to Toronto to meet up with Drake and this other guy, Top 5, that's making threats on live stream. I left a comment actually on Moni's video, and I'm like, yo, it's insane behavior with the cameras on. I can only imagine how reckless those conversations are offline.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Of all the people that have something to say about, what about Kendrick? All of these weird ways that you are trying to defend all of this behavior. Everything that have been brought up to you, everything that's been brought up to you, Drake has said. He's been in the streams with the crazy streamers, with the kick stream. He's said it. It's literally, the evidence is him. What's the source? Drake. If you're doing this with the cameras on, how reckless do you then become when the cameras are off and you feel no accountability? Because obviously these folks are not feeling any accountability running through here. Insane. Let me get to one more point here. We're going to keep it moving. I want to make sure that I'm going to do the same thing Chilla and Moni did with me. I'm not going to go through the whole video. I want you to watch the video, but I want to get to this last little part and we'll keep on going. Shout out to Chilla and Moni.
For a chain and Drake's approval. Again, even if I don't take that as a joke. I don't take that lightly. If that can come out your mouth, 9 times out of 10, you're dead serious.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Chilla and Moni, man. can't wait to have you here on the stream, sis. We got some stuff to talk about. Here's the thing that I think a lot of folks in these positions are either blinded by, don't care. The effects that this has on other people outside of their celebrity circles. The family of Hashim, even close friends of Kendrick, right? When you're saying, the quote here says, we're going to play the Not Like Us video. This is from Top 5. And we're going to look at every nigga in the video and we're going to do homework. What kind of homework you finna do? The video been out for months. What are you finna do? What new you gonna learn? And then do what? I just be the case. And then do what? You just be the case. And then do what? What are you gonna do with that piece of paper? Who you gonna show it to? And what they gonna do? I don't like it here. That's the part that's gotta die. Shit don't make no sense. But as you see, a close friend of Kendrick hit a J3, said, come out. He said, come find out then.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Some people don't take these as just internet games. Some people take that as an invitation. You just be the case. Why would you want to put that kind of... I'm not saying this as somebody who's empathizing with him. I'm saying, why would you even want to parade around like this? What is the win in this? Do you sell more music? Do you get more streams? Does that give you diehard fans? Do you show them street cred that they probably don't believe it because you're a rapper? And if so, what is the benefit of the street cred that you're going after? What is it? What is the win? Tell me what the win is. But let's get to some more serious topics because I think there is some more serious topics here. Back here to Ryan Ice. He said Drake helped pay the legal fees, allegedly, for rapper Top 5, who was accused of murdering a civilian named Hashim. Hashim's cousin has spoke out against Drake in Top 5 in his Instagram stories, and we're going to cover that. So this is a repost that is on Instagram by an account called idman.a, who is allegedly the cousin of Hashim, the gentleman who had his life taken away, a mistaken identity situation, the murder that Top 5 was accused of and had his case dismissed, okay? So this is just kind of showing the Keep It 6 Solid is a pro-Drake page. But the cousin responded to him, Top 5, getting off the case by saying, "Zero clue this was even a thing. This shit hit like a blow to the stomach. Just so we're clear, my baby cousin was murdered in the parking lot of his home. This is a trial about the murder of a kid. A child on the way home from a pizza place. Not in no street politics, not a part of nothing. A kid. My baby brother had to find his best friend that night lifeless. I used to appeal to this man. We all looked up to him. This is the wildest move. What the fuck are y'all doing? Champagne Poppy," he adds, and then he says, "Justin for Hashim." Come on.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
It's not so funny now, huh? I don't know how anybody can look at this. And even if you are saying, look, I got freed of this, the fact that this is your first matter of business is to brag about the potential of you hurting someone else, allegedly. Quote, saying, if Kendrick comes here and eats at that famous restaurant, it'll be the last meal that he has. Do you think the cousin who just saw you get off wants to see that kind of shit on the timeline? I'm not saying you gotta forever be timid, but I'm saying it is very reckless. And then this other news of Drake being the person that was allegedly the one that paid for his lawyer fees is even more insane. Let's keep it going. He had more posts. This is Hashim here. The gentleman that had his life taken away was the only son of his mom. He played video games, and him and my brother were the softest, nerdiest, cutest best friends. He rarely was allowed to leave the house. His mom was so protective, she only had him and his beautiful sister, Hotman. They're the nicest people, and they had finally found a place out the hood. We were so happy for them. It would take us a little longer to meet them out there, but they got out. This happened after they closed on a new place. His mom let him go out to get pizza with his friend one night before they moved, and her son never came through that door again. He never got to move into his new room. Who's fighting for them? He never got to see his first year out of his teens through. That's the party that got to die. That's the party that has to die. This shit is reckless, fam. Where are we going with this? This is another post from the cousin that says, for the record, this is what Champagne Papi unleashed because of the reports that he paid for the lawyer. Another post here from the cousin of Hashim. He says, the man was charged with murder. They put a GPS tracker on him. He took it off. This is top 5, by the way, and fled to the States. I don't even know how you get past the border with that kind of charge. You know how many rappers have challenges trying to get in to Canada based upon prior convictions? Crazy he was able to get out like that. The cousin says, thank you, Champagne Papi. Your version of justice means Hashim's sister has to watch her brother's murderer celebrating on TV. He insisted if that tells you anything about the caliber of people we're dealing with here during her honeymoon. People can't even mourn or heal with dignity. When I came back from Portland, he told me OVO 40 was one of the good guys. He was really trying to find a solution for what's going on in the city. This is the solution. And, any and everything he does hereafter, every mom that has to hear him sing about murdering their kid, that's on y'all. That blood is on your hands.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Fucking disgusting. I got one more. I'm sorry. There was one more part of this that I think we need to go ahead and cover. It definitely brings up a lot of things. One of those is some of the conversations we heard started a couple years back. Really, I mean, a good amount of years from D1. I think that as we're underneath this shift, I don't care what anybody says, you cannot tell me a shift is not underway. You cannot tell me a shift is not underway. I see the shift happening in all segments, from media, from hip hop media, from media in general, to even sports broadcasting, to music itself, to these execs falling off left and right. There's a shift going, and it's happening from even the indictment and the charges put on the mayor of New York to even Diddy. All of these things are connected, and those who feel it, you can't tell us no different. For those who don't, you might want to get in touch with some things that could connect you. With that said, there's 2 videos that I also want to draw your attention to before we get up out of here on this particular situation. It's a lot of people that call D1 crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything the brother has to say, especially because I do feel like there's a separation between mainstream rap and the hip hop culture that many of us love and still hold true in terms of its values, its core values, its traditional core values, not the bastardized version that these record execs put out there and that a lot of artists continue pushing the flames of. But listen here to what Charlamagne the God had to say, and it's a repost here from D1. This is actually on The Breakfast Club. Peep this out.
I am so sorry the family of young Dolph has to relive all of this trauma, has to listen to these 2 young men speak about taking a life like they just made
so
a run,
aimlessly.
like they just made a run to the store real quick. Like I clicked on that link yesterday on YouTube and realized I wanted no parts of it. The Law and Crime YouTube channel, that's what it's called?
Yeah, where you can watch in court.
They had 2 trials going on at the same time. I think it was the Young Thug YSL trial, and then hearing all that stuff in the Young Dolph trial. And well, not the Young Dolph trial. What's the 2 guys' name? Because Young Dolph is not on trial here. What's the
Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson.
Yes, and all I kept thinking to myself was, you know what? D1 is right.
What?
Wow.
He's just right about all of this, the whole state of the culture, everything.
Push. And I'm just telling the artists, like, bro, we know, like, we made it from that. We shouldn't have to be glorifying that stuff. There's a difference between narration and glorification. You feel me? When you narrating something, man, I came from this hood. I came from the east side, Ninth Ward of New Orleans. I seen this. My best friend got killed. Glorification is, look, I'm going to be the one to come when I get off Breakfast Club and come murk something. I'm going to be the one to come slide on my ops. I'm going to give my young boy a bag to go and get you dead. You know what I'm saying? We are content with the glorification of drug dealing and murdering and disrespecting our women. And that's a problem, bro. Y'all done turned this culture.
He's not lying. He's not lying. DIYers, here's a few of here's a few thoughts that I have just about everything that's happening. I obviously, you know, I've gone to this subject at length about how reckless the top 5 situation, how careless, right? We can't quite put reckless on the conversation because we don't hear enough from Drake. But I will say at the very least, the careless nature in which he's handling all of this stuff going on, it makes you feel different about those God's plan moments. It makes you feel different to where you're just looking at these and you're like, how much of this stuff is performative? And it's crazy. I think one day we're going to look back at this time period, this era over the last 10 years. I don't put that all on Drake, just in general, the kind of shit that we told ourselves is healthy food that we could consume, even though we knew it was toxic. The stuff we called healthy, we're going to look back on and say, how the hell did most of us even survive our youth in this particular era? Right? I think at one point I looked at that as the 90s, right? When you're talking about like the height of gang activity in LA, I'm like, damn, it's a miracle that any of us who lived in some of these neighborhoods and these hoods made it out, right? But with that said, I do see a lot of those OGs with a different kind of reflection in their older age. Some of them, no changes. And I think the same thing may occur for this next one, but I do think there's going to be more OGs that are going to see like, damn, I'm grateful to be here, because a lot of stuff that reckless stuff that was not even just done in the dark, it was done in plain sight. And what did people do? They didn't question it. Some of us did. They didn't question it. They fanned the flames. So this is what I have, is just how I'm kind of receiving all of this information that's happening, because it's easy to demonize and then sit on a high horse and think that you're doing everything that you can do, right? I am currently stopping myself when I see a Charlemagne the God, who I know has interviewed some of the problematic artists, who has been problematic at times, be the messenger of the message. I'm separating the messenger from the message, especially when I see that it's being funneled through many different segments of the culture, mainstream, independent, underground, whatever you want to call it. When it's happening, sometimes the words being funneled through them, in my opinion, is stronger than what their own opinions may be in that situation. It's a reason he brought up D1's name. It's a lot of folks he could have brought up. He brought up D1's name. And I think that's really interesting, right? Because what is the benefit of him bringing that up, right? They don't need clicks. It's not what that is. But I do feel like him bringing that up, Kendrick bringing D1's name up, Lecrae's name up, I feel like there are certain segments of what we consider maybe mainstream rap, or even segments of, let's say, segments adjacent to hip-hop culture that have kind of been separated because of the content. That's no longer happening. As I'm seeing more content creators come together, as I'm seeing more YouTubers come together, as I'm seeing more people who are saying, yeah, why are we as artists not selling our music? As I see all these people asking the right questions at a time period like now, there is no denial that a change is happening. So as it happens, try not to always shoot the messenger. I know even me, I'm not the messenger some people want. The message is the message no matter what. Reckless behavior, but I feel like this is only another sign that the party is dying. DIYers, those are my thoughts. You let me know what you think.
DIY.